Social distance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 6 feet apart, right?
6 feet.
All right. Hey guys, back in the shop. Last video we dynoed the 70 Dart, the 318, and put down a whopping 233 horsepower. In this video, we're going to swap the cam, head back to the dyno, and see if we can make those numbers a lot better, or just a little better. So anyway,
A lot better.
check it out. Okay, so we've already got the battery out. The alternator is out of the way. Now we're just going to try to get the intake, carburetor off, valve covers off, and I'm going to work on that, try to stay out of Craig's way while he's trying to get the fan off. Can I get the intake off without pulling the valve covers? Or no?
Possibly. It comes straight up.
No. So does a Chevrolet. You can't get them off. Usually the valve cover's hitting it a little bit. Depends on what kind of head you got on. All right, that's ½ inch.
Hope you'll have all this antifreeze cleaned up by the time I come out here next time.
I'm gonna push that shit out tonight and let it rain on it, wash it all off, and after I get the antifreeze up. Do I need to pull the wiring off the coil? Or just unbolt the coil and move it out of the way? This GM, you got wires over here not going anything.
Yeah, that's a sending unit switch.
Okay.
I don't even know what the oil pressure is.
What do you want me? You'll know if it's if it don't have oil pressure, it'll knock and tell you.
Yeah.
It'll knock on your door and let you know.
Yeah, I guess just undo the
There's the coil.
What about antifreeze? No matter how much you try to collect all of it, half of it ends up on the floor. It's about like
If I had been here when you got here, we'd have dumped the antifreeze upside.
Well, even I drained the radiator, but it's coming out of the holes in the
water pump.
In the water pump.
Yep, you can't get away from it. That's why I don't run antifreeze. Just run water.
All right, go check.
Hey, don't talk about the man now. You say a bad thing about Steve Dulcet while you're working on a Mopar. You have bad dreams at night.
Yeah. They just come 2,500 miles to come hunt me.
I get the feeling he's the kind of guy, if he gets pissed off, he'd do that. That wouldn't be that big a deal. We got the intake off, got the front of the engine off, got to get the timing cover off next. Well, next we got to get the balancer off, then the timing cover. And then we can pull the other valve cover off, start pulling the rockers off, get all the push rods out, and get the roller lifters out, and then go backwards in technology and put a flat tappet in it. Oh, we got to get the distributor out too.
Immediately wipe the cam.
And then hopefully not wipe the lobe off cam. So we are not changing valve springs, so we're probably stupid for doing that, but that's okay. We'll just fix it if it breaks.
You need to order a time chain.
Okay, so yesterday we got the top of the motor off, front of the motor off. Now we're gonna get all the rocker arms loose, get the distributor out, get the spider, whatever you call it on the Mopar.
Spider.
The spider assembly that holds the lifters, the roller lifters in. We're gonna get all that off, get the cam out, and get the new cam in. Start putting it back together.
I need to put it back in and start. It just does clear the grill cross member there. Or the latch support.
Do y'all not have a cam bearing in front of these things, or just?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, so originally the plan was to swap a flat tappet cam into this Magnum motor that has a factory hydraulic roller cam. We weren't going to change the valve springs. We were going to really hope that was okay. Maybe it would have been. But what neither one of us knew, and hey, I'm a Chevy guy, I'm not supposed to know, but what we didn't know is that you have to pull the heads off to get roller lifters out because they're too tall. I knew that on LS blocks, but on a Dodge Magnum engine, apparently same situation. So we went and picked up a roller cam that Craig had laying around, and we're going to put it in there so we don't have to change lifters, and there's no break-in, so that's great. And we're going to put it in there. This is a 216 and 224 at 50, and then it's 506 lift. So we're going to throw this in there and get it fired back up. Cleaning up everything now, getting all the gasket surfaces clean, and moving along.
Roller, man, we don't need that.
I know it's probably not needed, but I'm doing it anyway. Something about putting a camshaft in without putting any oil on it just sounds weird. Right, cam swap is done, and we bumped it one time to fire it over, make sure that we had the distributor in right. Now we're going to fire it up, see if we can get the timing set right, see how it sounds. And since it's a roller cam, since we didn't get to put the flat tappet in it, we don't have to break anything in. So let's fire it up, see how it does. All right, fire it up.
Contact. Going for the first test drive. See how this ends up. Feels pretty good so far. Sounds a lot different for sure.
See what you passed on. They got to yield. Okay, so finally had time to get the dart over to the chassis dyno, put it on there. Now let's see what it ran. All right, there you go, 255 horsepower. So a 22 horsepower increase, not terrible for just a cam swap. And we had planned on going to a hydraulic flat tappet cam, which seems backwards, because it is. But Craig already had it, and it was a little more aggressive than the hydraulic roller that we ended up using. But, you know, just how it goes sometimes. The ended up being a lot less work because we didn't have a cam to break in. We didn't have to pull the heads off to get the lifters out. So, you know, it's just still good. That's the biggest roller cam that they sell for that, for the Magnum hydraulic rollers. That's the biggest cam they sell. So, and it's probably the limit of the springs that are on the heads. But anyway, more stuff. We got the rear end coming up. We're going to put a converter in it. So we're going to put a gear and a posi, the converter in there. That's going to be one video. We're going to put some tires on the back. That's going to be another video. I'm still waiting on parts for my 307. We ordered some custom pistons and waiting on those to get in. I was originally going to use LS pistons, but the valve relief ended up too high on the piston, too close to the side of the piston, and we couldn't use them. I thought we were. I thought I had a workaround ordering custom pistons, but I didn't. So now I've got some expensive custom pistons on the way, and we're waiting on those. So that's the holdup on my end. Other than work and all that, Craig and I are both pretty busy guys. So anyway, more videos coming soon. Thanks for checking everything out. Subscribe, like, comment, share the videos, and we'll see you next time.